Hello, I am Chris. This is Wellness Wednesday and Cooking with Essential Oils 101. Not sure if you've ever tried using essential oils with your cooking, but they are very effective and amazing. So let's get started. First of all, you might think about um, if maybe your cooking is a little bit boring, if you're stuck with the same herbs, and if you run into the problem of maybe not having a spice on hand and you might have an essential oil. And today we're going to talk about which oils to use and how. So let's get started here. I wanted to share a little presentation here that I have with you with some great information. And I have this little pug that is cooking here. He's actually cooking with basil. And basil is an amazing essential oil. Oh, and I did want to tell you just a little bit about Madagascar vanilla, because this is on a BOGO right now, and I can give you a little bit more information about it at the very end. So you purchase an oil and then you would get the Madagascar vanilla free, and it is the reason that this is so valuable and so popular is that it is the leading flavor due to the presence of vanillin. And it's an organic compound that delivers those signature sweet, warm, and creamy flavors. And Madagascar vanilla has higher concentrations of vanillins than beans from other countries. And that's why it has such a rich flavor. And you can use it in cooking or in drinks, in perfumes, but I'll save just a little bit about that at the end. Okay, so first of all, who loves to cook? I like to do all kinds of different things, and I'm kind of a rebel. I like to make up my own recipes, so this works really well for me. And I do have some recipes for you so that you know which essential oils to use. And of course, I only use the doTERRA certified pure therapeutic grade. But I do have a free ebook for you that also has essential oils in it. It's called Cooking with Essential Oils. So just send me your email to my email, oils.edu@gmail.com. Okay, so I just had to show you how I utilize my spice cabinet. And I actually have I have a really nice spice door on my cabinets, but I actually put a lot of my bottles of essential oils there. So I just had to show you that as kind of a joke. I'm just kind of getting established in this home away from home. So I just wanted to give you a little bit about the basics. Like I mentioned, that doTERRA is what I recommend and use because they are certified pure tested grade. And if you look at this little chart right here, it shows that most of the essential oils out there are synthetic because, of course, it's less expensive. And so most of the oils that you even eat are called food grade, which stands for generally regarded as safe. And some of those are even being taken off. And then the therapeutic grade, many of them say organic, but do not ingest. So the ones that you know that you can use from doTERRA actually have the supplemental facts right on them. And that means that you can take them internally. I use a lot of the citrus ones to flavor my drinks. So the certified pure therapeutic grade is a standard and an essential oil quality that doTERRA has created with its own testing processes. And it certifies that there are no fillers, no synthetic ingredients, no harmful contaminants in their essential oils. So they are pure and potent, and that means that they're effective. So if you think of what is an essential oil, why would I use it even in cooking? And essential oils are natural aromatic compounds that are found in seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of plants, of course, herbs. They've been used throughout history in many cultures for their medicinal and therapeutic benefits. So these are high quality, well tested essential oils, and they are safe to consume. So not all essential oils are created equal. Some companies add fillers or substitutions, which lowers the efficacy and potency and purity of the oil. Some companies use thorough testing methods and ensure that the oils don't contain any harmful distributors to assure quality, but they also say do not take internally. Before you use essential oils in your cooking, it's important to know that they have been produced, that they have been carefully harvested and distilled and tested, and it's really important that you use high quality if you're going to use them for cooking. And there's a certain time that you do use them. So we're going to go into that a little bit. So this is kind of a list, a starter list, because I did mention the Madagascar vanilla, and there are others that I absolutely love. But as you experience with these flavors and recipes, you can see exactly how easy it is to brighten any dish with the power of nature. I love that. So by always observing these safety guidelines that we'll be talking about, you can discover as you go and then transform the way that you eat, drink, or cook with essential oils. Okay, so we talked about if it is safe to use them, and I feel like anything that you put in your body, essential oil, if you use it improperly, which you don't want to put like 10 drops of oregano in something. Okay, so, and I'm going to go over the methods of how to be able to do that. Also, when cooking with essential oils, you want to use cookware that is stainless steel or ceramic or glass, because they can damage certain types of plastic. And when mixing the ingredients that contain the essential oils, avoid plastic mixing bowls or containers and use glass or stainless steel instead. And then that way it preserves also your cookware. Now, the measurements, the amount of essential oil that you add to any given recipe depends on which kind you're using or your personal taste. So you might be substituting for raw, fresh, or dried ingredients. And then you have to consider the number of servings that you're making and why it would be nice to know the exact amount of essential oil to add to a recipe. And there are a lot of variables involved in cooking, what they call for. So it's a little bit about experimentation and trial and error, and you might need some practice with essential oils, but a good idea of how much to add to a specific recipe will match your flavor performance or preferences. So there's no foolproof measurement guide, and I will give you some tips on how to do this. So, okay, so there is the toothpick method. And this means that you just take the toothpick and you insert it here, and you just, it'll absorb the oil in the toothpick, and then you can put that in your recipe and then test it and see how that is instead of doing a drop. And we all know, or maybe you don't know, that if you use citrus, if an oil is very liquid and not denser in the liquid, 2 drops just come out. And so I would maybe take a littler container and put 1 drop in to make sure just 1 drop comes out. But I know lemon comes out really quickly, and so it takes far less of an essential oil, of course, to flavor your food than seasonings or flavoring agents. And so the tiniest amount can flavor your dish. So that's why the toothpick method is very effective and a way to keep adding. So if you just use the toothpick, there's enough on the toothpick to put in the ingredients, and then you can also repeat that. So let's see, when you first experience essential oils with cooking and you're experimenting, just try this method of dipping the toothpick. I think that would be the best thing to do, and then do a taste test. Okay. So actually, those two oils are really one of my favorite, especially cassia. So you can use cassia in anything that is chocolate. It is so delicious, and the cassia, which is a form of cinnamon, it's just a richer taste. It's very, what I call moreish, like you want more. It's very addicting. It's really, really good. And oregano would, of course, be good in Italian dishes. So remember that you can always add more essential oil, but once you've added a drop to your food, you can't take it back. That makes sense. And the toothpick method is actually the smallest amount of an essential oil that you can do, and then do a taste test before adding more. If you do have a larger quantity of food, then depending on what oil you're using, you could use the one drop method. And then to help preserve the flavor of an essential oil, when baking or cooking with heat, it would probably be best for large quantities of food or with mild essential oils to put a drop on a spoon and use a dropper for the exact amount. And I would say with heat, I would probably add it last. I probably wouldn't cook it. That would be the advice that I would give. Okay, so here are some potent essential oils. And while the FDA and the GRAS, generally regarded as safe list, acts as a guide for essential oils that are safe to consume, it's important to note that some essential oils have been approved for internal use, which are they're still very potent, but must be altered or modified before internal consumption. So the following essential oils are extremely potent and must be, and you should use the toothpick method in particular. Okay, so those are clove, and they're listed above here too. And then I've put the bottle of them in there. So it lists cassia and cinnamon, and those are a little bit warm, but I have actually gotten cinnamon. I use a couple drops in what I drink each day. And I have touched the bottle with my finger and licked the cinnamon, and it's a little hot. And I thought it would overpower my water, but it's really great, and that is great for lowering blood sugar levels. So if you want a pure form of cinnamon to add, this would be an excellent choice. And I use it in a blend of a drink that I do. And the same with clove. It's clove, cinnamon, and oregano are hot oils. And they're probably the three that are most hot that you would use. And oregano, you would definitely want to use a toothpick. And thyme is, it just has a really powerful taste and scent. And then lemongrass is a warm oil. And there's also cumin on here. So just use that toothpick method, and just try that to, I do use 2 drops of cinnamon in the drink that I make. And it says to ensure proper dilution, use at least 4 ounces of liquid when including any particular strong essential oil. And I take oregano in a capsule for inflammation and for cleansing and for candida, and then I fill it up with a carrier oil in a capsule. And I always take it with food. So there's a few precautions here, but these are a great choice to use for seasoning and for health. Okay, so this may be a little bit repeated here, but these essential oils on this list here are included on the generally regarded as safe list and are considered safe to use in your food, to add to your food or beverages. So basil is one. Bergamot is what makes Earl Grey tea, and you can drink it. I love to diffuse it. It's for all kinds of stress. Then there's black pepper, which is also great to help a person with, to stop smoking, with addiction. I think it's very distracting. It's probably a little warm. I know if you put it on your feet, it'll help your cold feet get warm. And then there's cassia, which I love to use with chocolate, anything chocolate that you're making. And I do have a little recipe for some fudge that is really good and super easy. So remind me about that. And then there's clary sage, fennel, geranium, ginger. Ginger is amazing. I add it to my daily drink, a couple drops, and it's very good for calming cells that get out of order. Helps them to commit suicide, as it's said, is ginger. Then there's grapefruit, all the citrus ones. Juniper berry is amazing for cleansing your internal organs, the kidney and liver. Then there's lime, marjoram, melissa, oregano, peppermint, Roman chamomile, rosemary, thyme, wild orange, and lang lang. I think probably of all of them that I have used the most to flavor drinks would be wild orange, and I do love the lime and ginger and cinnamon. So I would, those are great to have on hand. I diffuse bergamot all the time, and I love to use basil and fennel. Fennel is super sweet. I mean, you want to lick it from the bottle. If you like licorice, fennel is just amazing, and it has so many medicinal uses too. So you can be helping your health as you have the access to these easy essential oils. Now, one bottle contains 230 to 40 drops. So this is quite a supply that you would have. So anyway, once you've experienced cooking with essential oils, then you can gauge a little bit how much to add to the recipe, and then you can always depend on the toothpick method until you feel comfortable. Okay, so then remember, cooking with essential oil takes a little experimentation to perfect, but the possibilities are endless. And that's what I love about this. You've learned about the best methods for cooking with essential oils, so remember not to cook it with heat. I'd say that would be important. Use a toothpick, take a little container, put a little in, and do, mix it for taste. And just as you experience, then you can also brighten your dish with the power of nature. And just be willing to discover. I think that's the thing that is so fun. And especially drinks. I love drinking with them because they help to detox your body, and it's a lot better than drinking some of those drinks that a lot of people are addicted to. When they quit, they get headaches, so you can avoid that. I can post a drink that I drink every day that I absolutely love. It's kind of a pungent taste, and I use zenderquin and ginger and lemon and cinnamon, and then regular lemon juice and a little stevia, and it is just wonderful. So here is the ebook that you're welcome to ask me about. I'd be happy to send that to you. I also have, I kind of posted about just some things that people commonly use, and I'm going to share that with you at the very end here. So check your spices and start your collection. Here is a cooking with essential oils startup kit, and I did 4 single oils. My favorite, cassia, wild orange, lemon, and lime. And you can, add any of those to what you're getting. But I did a kit to start out with, and the 2 blends are Italian and Thai, and they have a blend. So if you want to know more about those, that would be exciting too. So let me share with you some of these ideas. Oh, and I wanted to also share just a little bit more about Madagascar vanilla, and I better do that now. So Madagascar vanilla is definitely great as a perfume enhancer. And of course, it enhances food and beverages, their flavor. It's also skin rejuvenating and also good for sleep. And another one, it's good for brain and memory support. So maybe we should just be using more of Madagascar vanilla. It only comes in a little 5 ml bottle. I have one here. And if you really want to get the smell of something, be sure that you put it on your skin and smell it. That's the best way. And that is just so wonderful. It is warm and soft. It's called the oil of authentic loyalty. So it's calming and relaxing. And it's also really good for cellular and digestive health. So those are, maybe I'm going to start adding that to my drink. I think that might be a good idea. Okay, so here's some other just brief cooking tips. And if you'd like me to send them to you, I could. But this is just kind of the answer, beginning of the answer. How does a person personally use them? Okay, oatmeal cookies with raw chocolate and clove, cinnamon, and wild orange. So those 3, clove, cinnamon, and wild orange to oatmeal cookies. Lime always enhances the flavor of anything, and it's nice to have a bottle of lime on hand. So this person used it with their guacamole. And then there is a beet salad with apple, onion, egg, and cheese. And they used just a little peppermint. Okay, that's a cool one. And then this person said, I replace as much as I can with the oils, lemon, basil, and oregano. And as a chef, I use them daily. My favorite is wild orange in carrot soup. So I remember one time I went to a presentation at a really nice hotel. It was, anyway, it was Grand America. And everything that was presented to us that we ate from beginning to end was flavored with essential oil, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, and it was all gourmet. It was wonderful. Okay, then this person says, I use peppermint in my chocolate gluten-free cake. This one says, sweet bread with cinnamon oil, wild orange, and lemon. The only way I'll have it. Okay, we use cassia in our homemade ice cream. I'll have to try that. Every 2 weeks, I make granola with essential oil. I add cinnamon, lemon, cardamom, and the whole house smells insane. So that's with homemade granola. This person says, I love wild orange in chocolate brownies or chocolate molds, also peppermint, lemon oil, and lemon drizzle cake. Then this gal says, I'm writing from Mexico. I make pastel azteca Mexican food, and I'm making the green sauce with a cilantro oil drop. Okay, there's one that we didn't talk about, cilantro. And then lemon cupcakes or muffins, bolognese with oregano essential oil and basil. To use curry. To make a curry, you would use turmeric, lemon, cilantro, and coriander. Very good, I'm sure. And then again, the guacamole and lemon with guacamole. I love cooking and baking with oils. I just have two left here. I love to put lemongrass, ginger oil, in a chicken green curry. My husband's favorite. I like to put lemon in roast chicken and the sauce of the roast chicken, and I cook the toast potato. It's heavenly and delicious. Um, I love the last one is I love fennel in my stir fry, grapefruit in salad dressing, tangerine in plain yogurt and honey, oregano in my pasta sauce, and any citrus in my soda water, and turmeric in my coffee latte. Okay, and the list goes on. So that's a few hints that I wanted to share with you. And I'm so happy that we could kind of talk about this cooking because in the US, we have our Thanksgiving next week. We're going to be cooking. And so I'm just going to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and hope that you learn some tips from this. And if you don't have those oils, please message me and I'll help you get started. And you really can't lose with these. I mean, drinking them is amazing to me. It's hard for me to find a good drink that I absolutely love. And remember that kit's available and the ebook. So thanks for being on today. And we'll see you not next week, but the week after. Okay.